Hey Meredith, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What's going on?
Well, I just wanted to come talk to you today because I'm having trouble with, just like during games. Like, I feel like Sarah is just like hogging the ball a lot, and I just kind of think it's unfair that she's hogging the ball a lot.
Okay, what do you mean by hogging the ball a lot?
I feel like whenever she gets the ball, she, does everything she can to score, and she's a really good scorer. I absolutely will give her that. But just a lot of times, like, it doesn't work out, and we lose the ball, and we end up all having to play defense again, just because, like, whereas she could be passing the ball to someone else.
So it doesn't work out because she gets the ball taken away from her?
Yeah, and it's just like also when I just feel like other people don't have an opportunity to score.
Okay, good. And I've noticed this as well. You're right. Sarah is a good player, and I think she's had enough success, with the ball on her own that she keeps trying it.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think not only, yes, it's not fair for the other players. You're not 12 anymore, but the bigger picture is it's not productive for the team.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The team is not successful because Sarah, well, sometimes she can take the team on her back. 50% of the time she'll lose the ball because she drives into a group and the defense collapses on her because they know she can score.
Yeah, and I feel like the team should have a chance to score,
Okay. And so what do you think should happen?
Well, I really want to talk to her about it, but I don't really know how to go about it.
Okay. And have you talked to other players? Have you heard them say things like this to you, or have they whispered it to you?
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot. They've come and approached me and told me about how they feel about it.
Okay, good. So you don't know how to talk to her, okay?
Yeah.
So let's flip the situation. Let's say that it was you that another player had an issue with.
Okay.
How would you want them to approach you?
I would probably say, hey, Meredith, I think you're a really awesome player, and you definitely make a huge impact on this team, and something to the fact, like, we are really glad that we have you, and say, like, but we feel like whenever you get the ball, like, you always try to shoot, which is great, which is obviously the object, like, the point of, the game. But I feel like other players should get some opportunity too, to score as well. And like, a lot of the times these past couple of weeks, driving to the goal hasn't always worked because I think I just think, like, everyone either has, knows that you're going to score, and, like, there's other players who are open who, have a better chance. But obviously you're a really awesome player, and, like, you have the ability to score. I just think that other players should get some, opportunity.
I think that's great. I'm a big proponent of start with positive. We think you're a great player. You're a huge asset to the team. Obviously you score a lot. And then go from there, transition to, this is what we think. This is what we see happening. We think maybe the team would be more successful. I would really focus on what's the benefit for the team as opposed to it's not fair to other players. Because then it becomes let's work together, a cohesive thing instead of her versus A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So as a team, we feel like, once the defense starts really collapsing on you, give up the ball, because then they have to cover all of us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if the defense starts shifting, then you can give it back to her again.
Yeah.
And so you work in collaboratively with her. The only thing then I would say is after that, so you've approached her, you've been positive, you've told her what your concerns are, what's your plan? And sometimes I think when we talk to people, we go, this is what my problem is, but they don't come with any suggestion or solution or plan of attack. So, what would your plan be? What would you guys say? Maybe Sarah, hey, the next time, when it's clear the defense is going to collapse on you, kick the ball out. Pick your head up, see them coming, and kick the ball out, because as you know, obviously somebody's going to be open, right? And then And then once, Sarah, they start defending us more, we can get it back to you again.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So then, like I said, it's cohesive.
Yeah.
And you bringing her together as we're working on this together,
Yeah.
not as you hog the ball, these people want it.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes divisive.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Do you want to take charge of this?
Yeah, I think it'd be more
Okay.
effective if I did.
And do you want my involvement at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I think that's great because obviously I could say to her 5 times, Sarah, pass the ball, pass the ball, pass the ball. But in the moment, she may or may not hear me. But if she feels like she's part of a team that's working towards a common goal,
Mm-hmm.
and she hears it from you guys, it will definitely ring more true with her because we all obviously want to win.
Yeah.
We all want to contribute,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so I think as long as you give your teammates an opportunity to contribute and work together, it can be really successful.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God.